Bismillah wa salatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah. Welcome again. Now today's lesson is about developing vocabulary and listening. So we're going to take vocabulary with listening today. Now we also have Flying High 6, Unit 5, page 53 and 54. But before we start, we have to revise our lesson before. It's grammar, the modal verbs, obligations when you use must, have to, phrasal verbs, prohibition to prevent someone, mustn't, how cannot, and also advise if you want to give advice, someone advice, ought to, and should. Okay? Now, today's lesson about phrasal verbs connected with money and shopping. Only about money and shopping. So, what do we mean by a phrasal verb? It's a verb with a preposition. For example, you say, these, saving up, cut back. Now, when the phrasal verb, when the preposition come to the phrasal, the verb, it changes the meaning. Now, save up. Save means يحتفظ بالشيء أو يحفظه. Save up معناها يدخر. Okay? It changes the meaning. Cut back. Cut means يقطع. Cut back معناها يقلل. Okay? It changes the meaning. All of these. So these are the words and these are the meanings of them. So what do we mean by saving up? It means not spending money so that you can buy something. Not spending money. يوفر الأموال. This one, cut back, it means reduce the amount of money you spend. تقلل مقدار المال اللي تدفعه. Number 3, what is the meaning of pay it back or pay it back? It's always comes that. So pay it back, give someone the same amount of money that they had lended you. تعيد الأموال لهم أو ترد الدين لهم. Comes to or come to, what does it mean? Reach a total when you add all the parts together. Reach a total. يصل إلى الحد الأعلى أو المجموع. Where is it now? Giving away, if you give away something, let someone or somebody have something without payment. Give away. يعطي. يهدي. Okay? Pick up. If you pick up something, you buy it. Pick up something. I picked up the grocery. It means I bought the grocery. Number 7, sold out. If something is sold out, stop selling a product because there's nothing else. It's sold out. خلاص انتهت الكمية. باعت كل الكمية. Okay, she's got a splash out. Splash out. Buy something expensive, informal, ليست رسمية. Splash out means buy something expensive. تشتري شيء غالي. Rewrite the sentences using the correct form of one of the phrasal verbs in one. Remember, this is one. This is one. These are the phrasal verbs. You're going to use these phrasal verbs to answer this question. Can you buy some milk on the way home? Okay, use the phrasal verb. Which one can you buy something? You say, can you pick up some milk? And this one is, that coat is expensive, but I'm going to buy it. So, you say, that coat is, but I'm going to splash out on it. We need to reduce the amount of spending. Reduce, cut back. We need to cut back. That shop gives you a feeling, free video games. So, that shop gives away a free video game. Now, rewrite these sentences. I can't buy that watch because I need money for the summer. So I cannot buy that watch because I need to save up for the summer holiday. You shouldn't buy the camera now because it's disappearing fast. You shouldn't buy the camera now because it's selling out fast. You should buy the camera now. I'll give you the money you lent me tomorrow. So you say, I'll pay back, or I'll pay you back the money you lent me. The book was 60 riyals, and the Amazon or the amazing was 15. So it's 15. So what do you say? The book was 60 riyals, and the amazing was the magazine. I'm sorry, the magazine was 15 riyals. So the total came up to, or came to, 75 riyals. Now in this one, choose the phrasal verb or the preposition. In this one, are you saving what? Saving back or saving up? You say saving up. Do you need to pay somebody what? Pay somebody back. Have you or your family ever splashed out? Have you ever gone to buy something and found that they had already sold out? Have you or your family ever bought something because they were giving something what? Away. Giving away something free for free. You have you ever picked what? Picked up a bargain. Now he said, speaking, ask your partner the questions in 3. This is 3. Ask them. If your partner answers yes, ask questions to follow up, to ask questions to know more about it. So, are you saving up to buy something? If he said yes, you should ask him, what are you saving up for? And also in this one, these are all questions. So ask your partner, and then when he answered yes or no, if he said no, then you have to go to the next one. Now listening. Now we're going to go to the listening. Now we're going to, before we start listening, if you look at these pictures, what do you see? What makes them really connected to each other? This one a stone with holes, and this one a plastic card, and this one are coins. So what do you think that makes them really connected to each other? We're going to know after we read this. Okay, one speaking. Work with a partner. Look at the pictures. What do you think they show? What do you think they show? This one is a stone, this one is a plastic card, and this one is coins. So what do you think that things that connected them together? Now, read this text and check your answer to this question. This is the question. Check your answer. Ignore the gaps. Just read it. Try to ignore the gaps and try to understand. Try to fill the gaps. When you are reading, try to fill the gaps to make it clear for you. If you don't, it's okay. So, you should take 2 minutes to read this, and then we're going to listen to a person talking about this, or reading this article. Now, let's go to the listening. He said, look at the gaps in the text. These are the gaps. What words now? Pretend or practice trying to fill in the words here. If you can't, it's okay. If you could, just try to fill it out by yourself. Now listening. You will hear a reporter by, this one is talking about a historic, trying to sell and buy things through history. Let's listen to it. Where is it? Sorry, but the listening should be, let's listen to it.
Unit 5. Listening. Exercise 4.
When you're out shopping and you want to buy something, you just put your hand in your pocket and take out some notes and coins or a debit card. So it might seem strange to think that money hasn't always existed in those forms. One of the earliest ways to pay somebody was to give them a cow. Cows, of course, have always been valuable because they give food, milk, and leather. On the Yap Islands in Micronesia, they once used what must be the most unusual enormous stone discs, which were sometimes 4 meters in diameter. It must have been difficult to carry them around in their pockets. On the other hand, it can't have been easy for thieves to steal them. Another type of money that seems unusual today is salt. As well as receiving coins, Roman soldiers earned a ration of salt for their work. They called this the salarium. That explains where the word salary comes from. Salt must have been important to the Romans because, amongst other reasons, they could use it to preserve food. It may also have been important because you could use salt to pay for things in any country. This was useful for Roman soldiers who were often moving from one part of the Roman Empire to another. Turning to more recognizable forms of money, the Greek historian Herodotus said that the first people to make gold and silver coins were the Lydians in around 600 BCE. Lydia was a kingdom in Asia Minor. In fact, the first coins were not gold or silver, they were made of electrum. That's spelt A-L-E-C-T-R-U-M, which is a mixture of gold and silver. Soon after, they separated the gold and silver and made coins from each metal separately. Coins were very practical because they were so easy to carry around. The Greeks soon began to make and use their own coins. Little by little, countries stopped using precious metals to make coins. The coins simply represented those precious metals. In fact, the Chinese always used base metals, not precious metals, for their coins. It was in 10th century China that people started to use paper for money. This could have been because there was not enough metal to make a sufficient number of coins at the time. Metal, paper, and then, of course, plastic. You may think that the debit card has been around for a long time, but it's a relatively recent invention. In the 1920s, people used cards to buy petrol or to buy things in department stores. Later, cards appeared for use in restaurants. But it was only in 1978 that a bank in Seattle in the USA introduced the first debit card for business executives. By the mid-1980s, debit cards were available for general use. And what about money in the future? Some experts say that it won't be long before physical forms of money disappear. They think that instead, we might have special chips in our mobile phones to pay in shops. Other people say that coins and notes will probably stay around forever. A company called Travelex has already designed coins for use in space. They are called quids and come in 5 different sizes and colors. The coins are made of a plastic material which is very strong and resistant to heat. The coins are all round so that they won't hurt you when they float around your spaceship in zero gravity. Metal coins could be around in space. From 4-meter stone discs to space-age plastic, it seems we just can't exist without money in one form or another.
Okay, now the first one is cows, because they started with cows and a cow or cows. The second one is 4 meters. Salt, they use salt to buy and sell things. And salary, they paid with salt the salary. And this one is Alcatraz, metal. Then they sell petrol in 1978, and the mobile phone, and then without hurt. Okay? Now, what about you? Think about the things. If your opinion, what about the things that we talked about coins and the future and now? Thank you very much. Hope to see you again. وهذا وصلى الله وسلم على نبينا محمد.